Hello, Jay here. Welcome to Intermediate Guitar Chapter 7. Okay, we're going to keep exploring our bar chords for major and minor. We're a little bit over halfway through all of our keys, so we're getting close to having hit all keys. You'll have all your major and minor chords. Okay, today we're going to talk about F. So let's go ahead and build an F major bar chord off of our first fret on our low 6th string. I'm going to have my index finger on the first fret 6th string, ring finger goes to the 3rd fret 5th string, pinky's on the 3rd fret 4th string, middle finger's on the 3rd fret 2nd string, and then barring to get my index to get my first frets on the 2nd and 1st string. There's your F major bar chord. Okay, now bar chords can definitely be tricky, so I'm going to give you a few different mini versions of this chord. So for F mini number 1, just going to do the 3 high strings, and we're going to have our middle finger on the 2nd fret 3rd string, and then barring to get the 1st fret on the 2nd and 1st string with the index finger. And then with your mini chords, I recommend just be selective when you strum with them, and only target the strings that we're fretting. Okay, now for F mini number 2, I'm just going to add my ring finger to the 3rd fret 4th string. Okay, for F mini number 3, we're now going to have my ring fingers on the 3rd fret 5th string, pinky is on the 3rd fret 4th string, middle finger is on the 2nd fret 3rd string, and then index is barring to get the first 2 strings on the 1st fret. And at this point, you almost have a full bar chord. You would just need to grab your low 6th string with your index. Okay, let's take it to F minor. Now, the difference in your F minor shape and your F major shape is just going to be releasing your middle finger. So back to index finger, 1st fret 6th string, ring fingers, 3rd fret 5th string, pinky's 3rd fret 4th string. And then I'm just going to bar with my index and get the 3rd frets. And get the 1st frets on my 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string. I'm also going to reinforce my index finger. I'm going to just kind of put some pressure with my middle finger to help that bar. And there's your F minor bar chord. Okay, for F mini number 1, we're just going to use the index finger and bar your 1st fret on the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string. For F mini number 2, we're going to add our ring finger to the 3rd fret 4th string. And then where your ring was, and now my ring is going to be on the 3rd fret 5th string, pinky's on the 3rd fret 4th string, and then barring to get my first frets on the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string. And again, you almost have an F minor bar chord if you just add that index to your low 6th string. This chapter's strum pattern is going to feature some 8th notes and 16th notes. When you see the box without a bottom, that's a down strum, and an arrow pointing down is an up strum. Okay, we're going to have 8th notes on beats 1 and 3. I'm going to recommend 2 down strums for that. For beats 2 and 4, we'll have 16th notes, and then you could do a down, up, down, up. Here's the pattern without a chord. 1 and 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1 and 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just be playing each of these one time, but I recommend repeat each of these 8 to 12 times and try some different tempos, slow, medium, and fast. Okay, grab your F major chord, and we're going to go 4 bars with that pattern. 1, 2, 3, and 4 E and a. I recommend to incorporate a metronome. I'm going to have my click at 60 beats a minute, and here comes number 1 with a click. 1 and 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a. For number 2, we're going to go 4 bars with an F minor. 1 and 2 E and a 3 and 4 E and a. Here's number 2 a little faster. 1, 2, 3, and 4 E and a. For number 3, we're going to go 8-bar progression. We'll go 4 bars of F major into 4 bars of F minor. 1, 2, 3, and 4, E and A. For number 4, we're going to go 2 bars of F major into 2 bars of F minor. 1, 2, 3, and 4, E and A. For number 5, we're going to go 1 bar of F major into 1 bar of F minor, and then repeat that again for bars 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, E and A. Okay, let's take it to number 6. Now we're going to bring back some chords from previous chapters along with some rhythms that we've talked about. For number 6, we're going to start off with F major normal pattern for bar 1. On bar 2, we'll have our normal pattern up to beat 3, and then we'll have a half note rest for beats 3 and 4, so we won't play anything for those 2 beats. Switch it to a G, and we'll have normal pattern on bar 3. On bar 4, we're going to have a half note rest for the first 2 beats, and then we'll resume our pattern for beats 3 and 4 with 8th notes and 16th notes. I'm going to be doing a G bar chord. So I've got my index finger. It's basically that same chord we did on F, just starting on my 3rd fret now. So index finger's on my 3rd fret 6th string. I got my ring finger on the 5th fret 5th string. Pinky's on the 5th fret 4th string. Middle finger's on the 4th fret 3rd string, and then barring to get my 3rd frets on the first 2 strings with my index. And if G bar chord isn't happening, you can go ahead and do open position 2 or some of the mini versions of that chord. Okay, here comes number 6. 1 and 2 E and A, 3 and 4 E and A. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Okay, for number 7, we're going to have a half note starting off bar 1. That's going to be a chord lasting for 2 beats on an F minor. We'll resume our pattern on beats 3 and 4. On bar 2, it's just normal pattern. On bar 3, we're going to switch it to a C major bar chord. We'll have our normal pattern for the first 2 beats, and then a half note rest on beats 3 and 4, and then normal pattern on bar 4. For C, I'm going to be doing a C major bar chord. So I've got my A string or 5th string shape. I'm going to have my index finger on the 3rd fret 5th string, and then barring with my ring to get the 5th frets on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. I'm going to make contact and mute my low 6th string with my index, and then arch out of my bar chord to mute the 1st string with my ring finger. And that's your C major bar chord. Okay, here comes number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest. Okay, for number 8, we're going to have an 8-bar progression. We're going to start off on an F major normal pattern for bar 1. We'll do a whole note on bar 2. That's going to be a chord lasting for 4 beats. We'll switch it to a D minor, and we'll have normal pattern for bars 3 and 4. And my D minor, I'm going to be doing my 5th string or my A string minor shape. So I've got my index finger on the 5th fret on the 5th string, ring fingers on the 7th fret on the 4th string, pinky's on the 7th fret 3rd string, middle's on the 6th fret 2nd string, and then barring to get my 5th fret on the 1st string with my index, and making some contact to mute my low 6th string with my index finger. Here's your D minor. Okay, now on bar 5, we're going to switch it to an A minor. We're going to have normal pattern with a quarter note rest on beat 2. We won't play anything for that 1 beat. And then we'll have normal pattern on bar 6. Now for A minor, I'm going to be doing an A minor bar chord. I'm based off of my 5th fret And it's basically our F minor shape, just starting on my 5th fret. Okay, now my index is 5th fret 6th string, ring fingers 7th fret 5th string, pinkies 7th fret 4th string, and then barring to get the 5th frets on the 3 high strings. With my index, I'm also using some pressure with my middle to help that bar chord. Okay, now to conclude this pattern, we're going to have a whole note rest on bar 7. We won't play anything for 4 beats, and then we'll switch it to an E minor, and we'll have our normal pattern with a quarter note rest on beat 3 for that 8th bar. For E minor, I'm going to be doing a minor bar chord, same thing we did on D minor, just up on your 7th fret. So I've got my index finger, 7th fret 5th string, ring fingers on my 9th fret 4th string, pinkies on the 9th fret 3rd string, middles on the 8th fret 2nd string, and then barring with my index to get my 7th fret on the 1st string, making contact and muting my low 6th string. There's your E minor. Okay, here comes number 8, and I'm going to do number 8 with a click. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, 4. Rest. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest. Okay, for the last one, number 9, we're going to have an F minor with normal pattern for bar 1. On bar 2, we'll have normal pattern for the first 2 beats, and then we'll have a half note, and that will last from beat 3 to 4. On bar 3, we're going to switch it to a D major, and we'll have normal pattern with a quarter note rest on beat 4, and then normal pattern for bar 4. And then for my D major, I'm going to be using that major shape on my 5th string. So I have my index finger on the 5th fret, 5th string, ring fingers barring 7th frets on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string, and then muting my 1st and my 6th string. Here's the D major. Okay, here comes number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. Here's number 9 a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. Okay, for this chapter scales, we're going to talk about F major scale, F major pentatonic, F minor, and F minor pentatonic. Okay, so let's go ahead and first just acknowledge the notes of our F major scale. It's going to be F, G, A, B flat, C, E, and then leading us back to F. So 1 flat in this key. Okay, now for your scale, I'm going to also incorporate 1 low note leading us to the F, so we'll also have our open E string leading us to the root of F. Okay, now once we get to F, we're going to go 1, 3 on the 6th string. On your 5th string, it'll be an open 1, 3. On the 4th string, open 2, 3. 3rd string, open 2, 3. 2nd string, 1, 3. And then our 1st string will climb up open 1, 3, 5. And just want to point out that we're climbing up to the 3rd note of the scale. There's your 2nd octave F right there, and we'll hit a G and an A. Okay, now to descend it, we'll go 3, 1 open on the 1st string, 3, 1 on the 2nd string, 3, 2 open on the 3rd string, 3, 2 open on your 4th string, 3, 1 open on the 5th string, and then 3, 1 on your 6th string. Okay, now I always recommend work your 4 basic rhythms of quarter notes, 8th notes, 8th note triplets, and 16th notes. Okay, so here's F major with quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I'm going to do some 8th notes, and for 8th notes, I'm going to do it with my metronome. You could do 2 on each note, or just 1 on each note, and I'm going to do 1 on each note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... for eighth note triplets, for this one, I'm going to do 3 on each note. 1, 2, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay, now for 16th notes, I'll do this one with the metronome. I'm going to do 4 on each note, and you could also just do 1 on each note if you like. 1, 2, 3, E and a, 4, E and a. Okay, next let's do the F major pentatonic scale. For your F major pentatonic, we're going to have the same notes of our major scale, but we're going to omit the 4th and the 7th. So now our notes are going to be F, G, A, C, D. Okay, here's F major. I'm just going to do quarter notes, but I also recommend run those basic rhythms. 3, 4. Okay, we're going to work a couple sequences now for our scales that we've been doing for the last couple chapters. First of all, we're going to do groups of 3. So for this one, we're going to go up 3 notes, and then we're going to backtrack a note, and then go up 3 notes from there, backtrack a note, and then go up 3 notes from there. So with groups of 3 in our F major scale, we're going to start off with a 1, 3 on your 6th string to an open 5th string. Okay, now we're going to backtrack, go to your 3rd fret on the 6th string, on the 5th string, open 1, all 5th string, open 1, 3, 1, 3, 5th string, to your open 4th string, backtrack to your 3rd fret 5th string, on your 4th string, open 2, and then open 2, 3 on your 4th string. Okay, here's groups of 3, 1 octave. Okay, now here's groups of 3, 2 octaves. Okay, now to descend our groups of 3, I'm going to just do 1 octave. So I'm going to start on my 4th string, 3, 2 open, 2 open on the 4th string, to my 3rd fret 5th string, open 4th string, 3, 1 5th string, all 5th string, 3, 1 open, 1 open 5th string, to my 3rd fret 6th string, open 5th string, to 3, 1 6th string. Okay, here's descending groups of 3, 1 octave. Here's descending groups of 3, 2 octaves. Okay, now another cool sequence is thirds. For this one, we're going to start on a note, jump a 3rd interval, backtrack a note, and then jump a 3rd interval from there. Okay, now for our F major, we're going to start off with our 1st fret on the low 6th string, jump up a 3rd to the open A string, backtrack to my 3rd fret 6th string, to my 5th string 1st fret, all 5th string open, 3, 1, open 4th string, backtrack to my 3rd fret 5th string, all 4th string 2 open, 3, 2, and then to get us to our root, we're going to hit the open 3rd string, and that'll lead us back to our 3rd fret 4th string, and that's the note F. So here's thirds 1 octave. going up 2 octaves. Okay, now here's descending thirds 1 octave. Going to start off on the 4th string, 3 open 2, 3rd fret 5th string, back to my open 4th string, on the 5th string, 1 3 open, 1st fret 5th string, 3rd fret 6th string, open 5th string, all 6th string, 1 3, and then open 1. Okay, here's descending thirds 1 octave. And here's descending thirds 2 octaves. Okay, let's take it over to F minor. Now for F minor, we're going to take our major scale. To make it a minor scale, we're going to flat the 3rd, the 6th, and the 7th. So now my notes are going to be F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, and then leading us back to F. Okay, so here's an F minor scale. This is going to start off on my 1st fret. I'm going to go 1 3 4 on the 6th string. I'm going to go 1 3 4 on the 5th string. 1 3 on the 4th string. Take me up to my 1st octave. Let's keep going. Open 1 3 on the 3rd string. 1 2 4 on the 2nd string. And then 1 3 4 on your 1st string. Okay, now here is F minor, just going up quarter notes, 1 on each note. 3 4. Okay, now I'm not going to demonstrate, but I recommend work your 4 basic rhythms, quarter notes, 8th note triplets, and 16th notes with that scale. Okay, let's take it to the F minor pentatonic. It's going to be the same scale, but we're going to omit the 2nd and the 6th. Okay, now your F minor pentatonic is going to be 1 to 4 on your 6th string, 1 to 3 on the 5th string, 1 to 3 on the 4th string, 1 to 3 on your 3rd string, 1 to 4 on your 2nd string, and then 1 to 4 on your 1st string. Here's quarter notes F minor pentatonic. 3 4. Okay, now I'm going to work groups of 3 in F minor scale, starting off on my low 6th string. Here we go. Okay, here's groups of 3 going up 2 octaves. Okay, now here's descending groups of 3, 1 octave. And here's descending groups of 3, 2 octaves. Okay, let's do some thirds. For this one, we're going to jump that 3rd interval and then backtrack a note and then repeat that process. So starting off on my low 1st fret. Okay, that's 1 octave. Here's thirds going up 2 octaves. Okay, now here's descending thirds, and just heads up, since we don't have a low E flat, I'm just going to end this sequence a little bit short of leading back to my last note. Okay, now here's thirds descending 2 octaves. Okay, now I also recommend to jam your chords and your scales and do some improvisation and sync them together. So I'm going to play some F major chord and then jam some F major scales. Some chords, some scale. Back to some chords. Some more scale. Now here's the same concept, jamming an F minor chord and some F minor scales. Chords, some scales. Okay, for this chapter study, we're going to be talking about 3 different time meters, 3/4, 6/8, and 12/8. Okay, now hopefully at this point you've had some experience with some different time meters. 3/4 is pretty common. We also call that a waltz, depending, and really fun to play. 6/8 and 12/8 are also all over the place too, in different kinds of styles of music. So let's start off in 3/4. For 3/4, just think of your normal 4/4 time, but we're going to omit one beat. So each bar has 3 beats now. Okay, for number 1, we're going to do a C major, all quarter notes for 4 bars. And for this, I'm going to count myself in with 2 bars, and I'm going to repeat each of these 2 times, but I'm going to recommend repeat all of these 8 to 12 times. Okay, here comes number 1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1. Second bar, third bar, fourth bar. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, for number 2, we're going to play a C minor. And for your C minor, just take your minor shape. For your A string or your 5th string, I'm going to have my index finger on the 3rd fret 5th string, ring fingers on the 5th fret 4th string, pinkies on the 5th fret 3rd string, middle fingers on the 4th fret 2nd string, and then barring to get my first string on the 3rd fret with my index, making contact with my index to mute my low 6th string. Okay, now for bar 1, you're going to see a dotted half note. That means that they want a normal value plus half, so a half note is 2 beats. If we add half of that plus my 2 beats, I'm going to have my 3 beat note right there. So dotted half note's going to last us through the whole first bar. Then we'll have a dotted half note rest. That means we won't play anything for bar 2, and then we'll repeat that process for bar 3 and 4. Okay, here comes number 2. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, rest, rest, rest. 1, 2, 3, rest, rest, rest. 1, rest, rest, rest. 1, 2, 3, rest, rest, rest. Okay, for number 3, we're going to take it to G major. We'll have a half note for the first 2 beats and then a quarter note on beat 3. Okay, here comes number 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to switch my G major to a G minor. I'm just going to release my middle finger. Now I've got my index on the 3rd fret 6th string, ring fingers on the 5th fret 5th string, pinkies on the 5th fret 4th string, and then barring to get my 3 high strings all on the 3rd fret with my index. And then helping out with a little pressure for my middle finger. Okay, now for this 4 bars, we're going to play a quarter note on beat 1 and then a half note for beats 2 and 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, Okay, for number 5, we're going to go to D major. We're going to have a quarter note on beat 1 with a half note rest on beats 2 and 3 for the first 2 bars. And then for bars 3 and 4, we're going to flip that around and have a half note rest for the first 2 beats with a quarter note on beat 3. Okay, here comes number 5. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, rest, rest, 1, rest, 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 3, rest, rest, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Take it to a D minor. We're going to start off with 3 quarter notes on bar 1. We're going to have a half note on bar 2 for the first 2 beats with a quarter note rest on beat 3. On bar 3, we're going to have a quarter note rest on beat 1 with a half note for beats 2 and 3, and then quarter notes on beats 1, 2, and 3 for bar 4. Okay, here comes number 6. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, rest, rest, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, rest, rest, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, for number 7, we're going to go to an A major, all 8th notes for 4 bars. Now you could do down, up strumming or all downs. I'm going to be doing a down, up strum for this one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Third bar. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for number 8, we're going to do an A minor, and we're going to do the first bar all quarter notes. On bar 2, we'll have all 8th notes. On bar 3, all quarter notes, and then a dotted half note on bar 4. Okay, here comes number 8. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now let's go to number 9. Let's talk about 6/8. Now in 6/8, we're going to think of this as three notes, 3 8th notes basically on a beat, and there's only 2 beats per bar. So we're going to count it like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go ahead and start off with an E major, doing all 8th notes for those 2 beats. So we're going to have 6 8th notes on each bar right here. Again, feel it in 2 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's our duple meter right there. Okay, here comes number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bar 3. Bar 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for number 10, we're going to switch it to E minor, and we're going to have 2 dotted quarter notes. So that means I'm going to play a beat, 1 strum on each beat, and that strum will last me for each beat. So if we think of a dotted quarter note, that's normal value plus half, that would equal 3 8th notes. So that dotted quarter note will take us basically right through each beat, almost like a quarter note concept, but we have to dot it in this time meter. Okay, now here comes number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, Okay, for number 11, we're going to go to a B major chord, and we're going to have a dotted half note. Now a half note normally is going to be 2 beats, and that's 4 8th notes. So if we add another half of that half note, we're going to have an extra 2 8th notes, and that'll take us to our 6 8th notes. So basically it's going to be like a whole note concept in 6/8. We're just going to play 1 strum on beat 1 and let that linger. So here comes number 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Okay, for number 12, we're going to take it to a B minor. We're going to play 3 8th notes on beat 1, and then we're going to have a dotted quarter note rest, means we won't play anything for that second beat. Now this is going to flip around, so we'll do that for the first 2 bars, and then on bar 3 and 4, we're going to start off with the dotted quarter note rest into the 3 8th notes. Okay, here comes number 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, rest. Rest. 4, 5, 6, rest. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, for number 1, now we're going to take it to F major, and we're going to have a dotted half note rest, means we won't play anything for the first bar, and then we'll have all 6 eighth notes on bar 2, and then we'll repeat that again for bars 3 and 4. Okay, here comes number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rest, rest. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, for number 2, we're going to switch it to an F minor. We're going to start off with 3 eighth notes on beat 1 into a dotted quarter note for that second beat. We'll do that for the first 2 bars, and then we're going to flip that around for bars 3 and 4 with a dotted quarter note going to the 3 eighth notes. Okay, here comes number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's take it to number 3. We're going to go to C major. We're going to start off with a dotted quarter note rest for the first beat, and then we'll play a dotted quarter note for the second beat. We'll do that for the second bar too, and then we're going to flip that. So we'll start off bars 3 and 4 with the dotted quarter note, and then have our quarter note rest. That is dotted. Okay, here comes number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rest, rest. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, for number 4, we're going to switch it to a C minor. We're going to have all 3 eighth notes on beat 1, and then we're going to double up and have 6 notes on our second beat, and this would be doubling up on our eighth notes to make them into 16th notes. So if we have a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can go down, up, down, ups for your strumming, or go all downs. I'm going to go all down for this. And then want to point out, we're going to have that rhythm for the first 2 bars. Once we get to bars 3 and 4, we're going to have our 6 notes on the first beat with a dotted quarter note for the second beat. Okay, here comes number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's take it on over into 12/8. Now 12/8 is going to be the same concept as our 6/8, but we're going to add 2 more beats. So we're going to fill this in 4 beats and 3 eighth notes per beat. So it's kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And now we're into our quadruple meter, feeling those 4 beats with our 3 notes on each beat. Okay, now for these, I'm only going to play these one time. Let's go ahead and start off with number 5. Okay, we're going to go to a G major, and we're just going to do all eighth notes, all 4 beats, all 3 eighth notes on each beat for 4 bars. And I'll just count myself in with 1 bar for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second bar. 2, 3, 4. Third bar. 2, 3, 4. Last bar. 2, Okay, for number 6, let's take it to a G minor. We're going to have a dotted half note rest for the first 2 beats, and then we'll come in with our eighth notes on beats 3 and 4. We'll do that for the second bar too, and then we'll flip that around. We'll start off with 2 beats of eighth notes for bars 3 and 4, and we'll have our dotted half note rest for beats 3 and 4. Okay, here comes number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Rest, 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 rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rest, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. rest. Okay, let's take it to number 7. We're going to go to D major, and we're going to have 2 dotted half notes per bar. So that means we're going to strum on beat 1, let that chord linger for beat 2, and then strum on beat 3 and let it linger for bar 4. Okay, here comes number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for number 8, we're going to go to D minor, and we're just going to play dotted quarter notes on each beat. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for number 9, we're going to take it to A major. We're going to do eighth notes for our first 2 beats, and then a dotted half note for beat 3 and 4. We won't play anything on bar 2. That's a dotted whole note. On bar 3, we're going to again do our 2 beats of eighth notes to a dotted half note, and then on bar 4 we'll have a dotted half note rest for the first 2 beats, and then we'll do a dotted half note for beats 3 and 4. Okay, here comes number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4. Rest, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4. Rest, rest, 3, 4. Okay, for number 10, we're going to go to A minor. Bar 1 is going to be a dotted whole note. We'll just let that chord linger for the whole 4 beats. We're going to come in with dotted quarter notes on bars 2 and 3, and then we'll end with another dotted whole note on bar 4. Okay, here comes number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for number 11, we're going to be playing all eighth notes, but I'm going to have a quarter note rest that's going to move around on each bar. On bar 1, the quarter note rest, dotted quarter note rest will be on beat 2. On bar 3, it's on beat 3. On bar 3, it's on beat 1. And then on bar 4, it's on beat 4. Okay, here comes number 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, rest. 3, 4. 1, 2, rest. 4, rest. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, rest. Here's number 11 a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 1, 2, rest. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, rest. Okay, for the last one, number 12, we're going to go to an E minor, and we're going to have dotted quarter notes on beats 1 and 2, and then we're going to play those 6 16th notes on beat 3 with another dotted quarter on beat 4. On bar 2, we're going to have dotted quarters on beats 1, 2, and 3 with our 16th notes on beat 4. We'll have a dotted whole note rest on bar 3. We won't play anything. On bar 4, we'll have our 16th notes on beat 1 with dotted quarters on beats 2, 3, and 4. Okay, here comes number 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I'll look forward to seeing you for Chapter 8. Take care.